what one with your life, you take up your good life, go to England in a big foreign and come back here and I work in a call center, nurse where you going. Okay, I can remember when I suggested it to someone there, they said, so when you go back to your yard, what will happen? You want people laugh after you? Hey my lovelies, welcome back to the channel. As you know, it's your girl Shawee. Yay, Shawee's back over here with another video. In this video today, I will be speaking about me being a nurse and moving over to a call center. Did you hear that correctly? Yes, your girl is working in a call center, but what's the reason behind all of that? And I know there may be a lot of questions, but before we get into all of that, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed, okay? Thank you. Now let's get into the meat of the matter, because why is your girl working at a call center? What's happening? Are you a real nurse? Well, for most of my subscribers here who would have been here for quite some time now, you would have known that yes, I am a registered nurse. I am from Jamaica, and I did migrate to the UK some time ago, and after that I returned home. So a lot of people would have been keeping up with the story to know what happened. But for those who do not know what happened, I'm going to tell you what happened there and how is it that I'm working in a call center now. Yeah, so let's get into that. So guys, I did migrate to England in 2020. That's the time when COVID was at its peak, and during that time I went there. I got sick. I did. And after getting sick, I started to have these issues with my back, and I'm now diagnosed with a condition that is called myofascial pain syndrome, and it's a chronic condition which causes me to have a lot of pain. I may be doing another video, so if you want to go and check that video out, it will follow this one, myofascial pain syndrome, right? So yeah, as I was saying, when I got there, I developed this condition, and it started out around the time I got COVID, and I started to have this burning sensation in my back, and I've been to the doctors multiple times, run diagnostic tests. They were not able to diagnose my problem while I was there. Yes, and because it was taking so long for me to be diagnosed, I was just being treated with a lot of medications. I basically made the decision to come back home to get help because the system there was failing me. A lot of times I felt like I was being dismissed in terms of my concerns. Nobody really took me seriously. I remember doing an MRI in August. My results were not reviewed until October. And yeah, it was like that. So I've been to an orthopedic consultant. Nobody was able to diagnose my problem. So I made the decision to come home. And that was not the only reason I made the decision to come home. In other videos, I would have spoken about it, that I may do a sit-down video to speak about it and stuff like that. But I think at the time when I came home, I was too fragile to make a video, because not everybody's experience is the same. And let me make this disclaimer from now, because a lot of times people like to invalidate what people are saying because they never had the same experience. But this was my experience when I was there. Everybody's experience won't be the same, but it is my story to share. When I came back, I believe I was a bit too fragile. I came back home broken. I came back home physically broken, mentally, spiritually, all the alleys, because of the amount of pain I was having and was not getting the help I thought I would have gotten during that time. So as I said, while being there and being treated with a lot of medications that were not helping, it took a little bit of time to make the decision. I was trying to stick it out somewhat, but it was not working. And let me tell you, while being there, even making the decision to come home, at times you do talk to people and stuff like that, and everybody's experience is going to be different, and there are people who are going to tell you otherwise, because I was faced with that situation where I was listening to quite a number of people. And even though I'm pretty much always strong in the head and whatever I say go, at times you want to listen, but I realized listening to people wasn't the best thing for me, because I was there just not getting any help. My condition was deteriorating and I was in agony all the time. You know, at times I would try to explain to people and they would think that, oh, I'm just being dramatic and they just didn't understand, because most times they would see me, I would be, I try to show the best on the outside, but they don't know what goes on inside. Because when I'm inside, when night comes, it's like unbearable. I cannot sleep. I am just crying all the time. So when they see me and they see the 32, they think everything is okay. I can remember when I suggested it to someone there, they said, so when you go back to your yard, what will happen? You want people to laugh after you? You really want people to laugh after you? But I think you're supposed to do that. And there were comments like these. And when you hear comments like this, it kind of work on your head space, to say, then if I go back home, then what is gonna happen? People are gonna say this, people are gonna say that. So at some point I started to listen to those kind of conversations. At some point I even had somebody say to me, you're sure you're in pain? You're sure it's not all in your head? You're sure it's not your mind telling you this and telling you that and stuff like that? So yes, I was faced with these kind of situations, so it made my decision to come home a bit delayed, because I already thought that it wasn't working out. So what's the point if you're getting up in pain, not going to work, as a matter of fact, because it came to the point that I was in occupational therapy, or occupational health. That's the department that starts you out whenever you're not fit to work and all of that. Yeah, that's the system. So I had to be going through that system when I started to have the issues with my pain. And for months I was not working, and a lot of people didn't know that I was not working for a while, because guess what? They're not going to sign you off as being fit for work, because the pain is too much, and they have to think about your safety as well as the patient's safety. And to be honest, I physically wasn't well to do anything. I was in so much pain all the time, was not being able to sleep, bags under my eyes and all kind of stuff. And usually I just like to do my videos. I do my sit down videos. I do all kind of videos. I vlog to distract me. And I usually say it while I was there too. Like, sometimes I just do this for a little bit of distraction, and I come and I smile and I do all kind of stuff. And if you would have been noticing, if you've been seeing from that time, watching from that time, you'd have seen me going to the pharmacy. Let me tell you how bad it was. My condition got so bad that to get a relief from the pain, I would have to run a tub of water and get in. That's it. And for hours, I would be in that tub of water just to feel a relief from the burning sensation that I was having. And your girl and a mermaid, I'm not supposed to live in a water. Life can't continue, so that's how I found myself most nights, in a tub of water. So when I'm telling you, when it got that bad and trying to explain this to people and people were not getting it, their only thing is to tell you to stay and battle it out. Stay for what? What am I staying for? I'm not getting the help. I keep on going to different doctors, and nothing was working. Nothing was working, and the appointments were so long either way. The last thing they had done for me was to refer me to neurology. And even so, when I was leaving, I still did not get that referral in the mail, and I was waiting for quite some time. So that was just one of the reasons why I came home, because there were other reasons that I realized that this was not the place for me to live, because the cost of living was crazy. And yes, for me it would have been all right for me alone to live there, but my plan was for me to bring my son. That was the plan, to take him around 6 months after. However, when I realized how it was, and I realized taking him, it was gonna be too much to maintain both of us. And was it gonna be a better life of living for both of us being in that country? For me personally, it was not going to be a better life of living. Everybody's situation is different, and let me point it out again. Everybody's goals, they're different. People come from different backgrounds. People have different goals. People have different family in terms of like single or married and all of that. For a single person, beautiful, you're there working for yourself, no bills but yourself. But to maintain somebody, especially a childcare in the UK is very expensive, and the amount of money I was getting to go and get childcare and all of that, it wouldn't make any sense. There are ways to go around that, people. I'm not gonna say there are not ways to go around it, because people are there and it is working out for them. But I did say that everybody's situation is different. As a matter of fact, I did make a video, cost of living and all of that, and salary, so you can check that video out as well. I did make that video while I was there, so you'll have an idea of what the salary and the cost of living was like. And for me, I thought about it long and hard if it was gonna be better for my son and myself, and I'm like, you know what? This is not it. And the fact that I started to be in so much pain, that was enough reason for me to say, this is not the place where I need to live. This is not the place where I need to work. And there were other stuff going on as well. But this is kind of like, you know, yeah, this sums up the reason why I actually came back home from England. Because when I came home, let me tell you, there are a lot of comments, or you come back and you're this and you want to go back and your work, and and you just sit down the home and do nothing, and you can't find back one work and all of them thing there. No. So what happened? Yes, I came back home. So, because we left from England now, and you get the point of what happened over there. A lot of stuff happened over there, and some of the stuff we're not even going to talk about right now. I'm going to leave it there, so but I want to come back to the point now where I'm at home and why I have not gone back to work. Why is it that your girl is working in a call center? Does that sound right to you? Nurse, like, what want with your life? You take up your good life, go to England, in a big foreign, and come back here and I work in a call center. Nurse, what you going with? Why you are do yourself a nurse? Well, let me tell you now. So when I came back, as I said, the minute I came back, a couple of days I had to go and see the specialist for orthopedic consultant. So that's where I got diagnosed, because I never had a diagnosis before. And no, not never in my head. It was a lot of pain. My muscles were in shambles. My muscles got so weak. It started out in an area in my back, and pretty much it's all over my body now. So my muscles, they tend to contract, but they don't want to relax. That's what's been happening, and it is all over my body now. The only place that I don't have it is in my face. But from my neck go down, my back, my arms, my breasts, my abdomen, my bottom, anywhere you can think about muscles, my legs, my thighs, my everywhere. That's where it got. So pretty much what is happening to me now, I am under pain management. I have to see a pain specialist every 2 weeks, where it's at the point where I have to be getting injections in my muscles every 2 weeks. Yes, twice per month. And these injections, they are painful. When I say painful, I mean painful. And in a session, I can get so many injections that, let me tell you. Whew. And because it is so widespread, it's front to back, head to toe basically, except for the face, like I said. Just imagine how long it takes to get better, because it's not something that you get better from overnight. Yes, you can get better and all of that, but it's taking time. So pretty much I've been back a year now, and I started pain management around 4 months or so. I'm not remembering the time frame, but I'm getting on well so far. There are good days, there are bad days, but for the most part, I'm having mostly good days now. So a lot of this stuff that was happening, like me being fatigued so easily, I think I have come a long way now. It was at the point where my doctor advised me never to wash dishes, nothing. He didn't want me doing anything. That's how bad it got. Yep, but I think I'm past that stage where I can do dishes now. Yes, I am. So yes, as I was saying now, so what is happening for you and nursing? I did apply back for a nursing job here, which I got, by the way, but to be honest, after I applied for the job, it was a few days after that I went to see my pain management specialist, and he advised me not to go back to work as yet. He says that I'm not physically well to take on anything. That's how bad it got. It was like, no, if you go to work, first of all, you're going to be too fatigued. You're going to be in too much pain. You are just not ready. So pretty much we are in therapy now, working on me getting better to go back to work. So that is why your girl is not working as a nurse. So you don't have nothing to do with, say, no nurse, no work in Jamaica. Yeah, you have nothing to do with, say, you left from England and come back and can't find a job. No, I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with me. I want to go back to work or anything like that. No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing about me being lazy. I don't want to go back to work. It's that your girl suffers from a very chronic condition that causes a lot of pain. And for now, I have to work through that. And whenever he says that I'm fit to go back to work, then that's when I will go back. So I had to present like a letter to the hospital telling them that, he had to write the letter for me to submit to them. So that's where we're at in terms of me going back to work as a nurse. And to be honest, with a nursing job, with a nursing degree, to be honest, the jobs are not hard to get, whether it's here in Jamaica or in England or the US or wherever you go. There's always going to be something to do in nursing. So I am not worried about having a job or anything, as I did tell you that I do have a job. It's just for me to get better and to go back. But I'm just saying, nursing is so wide that you can do so many things, and you always have an option to go back to work. Because when I came back, there are several job offers that I got, even to go back to the state. And I'm like, my body can't travel. My body can't manage to travel and take no plane, go nowhere if you go take on no job, because if we take on anything, my body just go pop down. And when you get the money, where you have to go to spend it back on doctor. And you know, if you have to go doctor every 2 weeks, and if it costs money, it costs money. The medication, them cost money. The doctor bill, the doctor visits, they cost money. Of course, we know these things are costly. So how do you manage being in Jamaica for a year, doing all of this stuff? How it go? And you come back with all the money from England, it look like? No, if you're not listening, you hear me say at one point I wasn't even working. I was not work. I went over there for a better life, and your girl come back from England. Me never come back with pounds like one, I believe. No. It was not like that for me, because at some point I had to be tapping back into my Jamaican account, because as I said, I mentioned that it was my plan to bring my son there and everything. So when I had left Jamaica, I had everything sorted out in terms of like my finances, because I didn't want to go there and then work to have to take him. I just wanted to settle in, find a school, and then take him. So I went ahead with all of those stuff sorted out, because they told you that you would have to get certain amount of money to move into an apartment, certain amount of money in your bank account, that when they're doing their checks, it would be easier. So I went with all of those kind of money. I went prepared to, live a different life and to take my son as soon as possible. And the minute me realized that this not go possible for me and my son, it was at no brainer, because me not live without my pitney. Me not grow no barrel pitney. Yes, you there foreign and I send things to make them feel like them alright, and them think them me never depend that, because at the end of the day, yes, my mother would have been here with my sister and the rest of the family and everything, but it's not the same when you are not there. It's not the same. So me never go have that none at all. Me not depend that none at all. Now that I'm at home now, you have to continue to live, people. You have your bills them to pay, you have to take care of yourself, you have a son, you have all of this stuff. But I must mention that my son, his father plays a big role in his life. So it's not like when I have to take care of the bills, I have to do it by myself or anything like that. No, it's not like that. Well, for now, you're going to ask, so why you work at one call center now, miss? How that a work out for you? Because you say you're supposed to go back at your work and you're not gone. So you manage to go to a call center. How that a work out for you, miss? Well, so this is what I mean by a call center. I work from home. Yes, it's from home. I saw something online, and because I was on TikTok, and I see something come up on TikTok, and I say, me can do this. This not seem bad. It's total a commission-based thing. So I applied and I got through, and I'm doing it now. And in a couple of days, sometimes I make certain amount of sales. Sometimes I don't make anything, but I know I always make something in the week. I just started out. I basically just started out. So I remember one week I made about $30,000 or something, and this is me only doing like 3 hours or 4 hours per day, or sometimes 2 hours. I have to complete 20 hours for the week, so I try to do it as much as I can, and the work is basically Sunday to Sunday, but you make your own timetable, you do it whenever you want to. So and it's total commission based. So if you not make no sale, you not get nothing. So the fact that I have a computer and I have internet and I have headset, that's it. Nothing to it. I just go on the phone and I got training. I'll do a video about that, to tell you all about the job. Yeah, I'm gonna do another sit down. As soon as I'm finished with this video, I will do another video to tell you why your nurse is working in a call center, because I think that's how I'm gonna title it. Yeah, I'm working at home, and it's with an overseas company, guys, and I do get paid in US dollars. I get $20 per sale, and if the sale is more than 3 sales for the day, it's $25 each. So if it's 3 sales for the day, that's $75. And I have made 3 sales in one day before. People have made 7, people have made more, and sometimes people don't make any. So there are good days, there are bad days, but I'm still doing it. I don't know how long I'll do it for, because someday I get up, because for about 3 days straight me at work and nothing. I'm saying I can't bother with this, so I'm not plan this at all, because I can't give people so much of my hours and I get nothing. And a whole per talk, whole per people I hang up in their ears and them thing there. And then the next day I get up, I say, I can't give it a little shot again. I'm going to give it another little shot. I'm going to get another little shot. I say, I get another little CL and another little one. And, you know, so for the week, I end up making something, you know. So I'm doing this in the meantime, because the doctor says maybe for the new year, I may be ready to go back to work around that time. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Keep our fingers crossed, because your girl want to go back to work. I miss nursing, I love nursing, and as much as nursing don't pay much in Jamaica, because we don't know that already. If you don't want me to do nursing video for about Jamaica and them thing, they don't just tell me, because me will do it for everybody knows nursing don't pay much at Jamaica. And to be honest, it don't pay much at England either. So guys, I got a bit distracted a while ago because my mother just came in and I don't even remember what I talked about. But to be honest, yes, I was saying that the nursing doesn't pay that much over there either, but it's what you make of the situation. But for me, the decision to come home is better for me, was the best choice, and I wish I had come home much sooner, because I was over there and I didn't pain and I get no help. And see me come home, I'm in recovery now. So I'm hoping that for the new year I'll get to go back and that everything will work out fine. So that's the reason your girl is working in a call center. Your girl as a nurse is working as a call center. So whatever questions you have, you can go ahead and comment them down below. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. Okay, until then, thank you for watching. I'm your girl Shawee saying peace out. Bye.